What's going on, everybody? Today we are in a Mercedes AMG Wagon.
Hi guys, I'm Will. I'm from Eurofed.
Can you describe what you guys at Eurofed do?
Basically, we are a full service shop, European shop located here in Atlanta. Actually, we have two locations also in Charlotte, one in Jacksonville, one in Austin, Texas. Basically, everything other than bodywork we can do. So if for factory scheduled maintenance, we take care of that, but also full-on performance builds like this AMG Wagon that we take care of as well.
Very cool. So this AMG Wagon, in a nutshell,
it's ridiculous.
You look at it, you have zero idea. That's what I really like about it, except like the HRE wheels. That might be like, okay, the guy likes cars, but you know, maybe he just wanted to have a cool wagon and have nice wheels on it. And then you hear what is done to it, which is essentially, in a nutshell, an Alpha 9 package. But pure turbo upgrade, downpipes, meth injection, air to water heat exchanger, which, by the way, is mounted in the fender. Yep. So yeah, so it's basically on the driver's side fender, right? Yeah, so pretty much you don't know it's there. That's kind of like the European style. We don't want you knowing what we actually have. Exactly. Well, I mean, what's interesting too is I don't fault the car for this, but what's interesting is since there's so much heat going through there, that it'll expand and contract, and sometimes your fender liners go bad after like 2 years because of that. But that's, you know, that's just something you learn over time. I don't really think it's Eurofed's fault or the car's fault. I just think that's really interesting how that's something you wouldn't think about. You know, oh yeah, we just installed the heat exchanger here, no big deal. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute, there's rubber and stuff in there that goes like this. Out of all the German cars, in my opinion, other than something like the RS3, which has a ton of character with its 5-cylinder and everything, the AMGs have always been kind of my favorite German cars, discounting Porsche, right? It's like, if you had to have like a sedan or a wagon or something, I would probably choose an AMG because they have that German muscle vibe to them. Exactly. The modern BMWs, to me, I don't think they're bad cars. It's just, it's hard to get, especially on camera, that they're going fast. Oh yeah, no. They're just so smooth that you just have no idea. Oh, get the little temple pull right there. That's the good stuff. So this car makes 860 wheel horsepower in a wagon. Yeah. So basically, ballpark probably 900 crank. So it's, what is it, like, how many pounds of boost is it again? Between 20 and 30. On a V8. So I'll take it. It's absurd. The thing is it's definitely an illusion, because when you get on it, it's all-wheel drive. Straight Autobahn car. You know what I mean? Like, it's all-wheel drive, it's linear, it's smooth. I think that's the word of this thing. Well, deceiving because of the way it looks, obviously, but at the same time deceiving in how the power is delivered. I mean, that's with traction control off, and it's still dead hooking, which is crazy. Today, we actually almost canceled our shoot because it was pouring down rain this morning, and I was like, I got the thumbs up. See, the people who know, they know. It's nice. Well, when you see a Mercedes to the untrained eye, right? Yeah. You see a Mercedes, but as soon as you see that logo AMG, you just have no idea. Yeah. It could be stock or it could be modified. You just don't know, because when you do upgrade these cars, the only thing that gives this car away is when you basically pop the wagon's trunk and you pull the carpet up and there's a meth kit. But at the same time, what gives it away is a little bit of red piping. Normally, if you go to a car meet, you go to a car show, you pop the hood and be like, oh, cool, stock AMG. Yeah. Like, it's just so bizarre when you go to the import side of things or the American side of things, you know something's modified almost always. You know, when you see a big turbo on a GZ, or you see a blower on a Mustang or something, you're like, oh yeah, that probably makes 700 horsepower. This is, oh, that's a nice car. I think it's funny too, is the owner of this car is always telling everybody that it's like the fastest car Eurofed's ever made. And then Darko starts talking about his R3. And well, the thing is, if you were to compare this to the R3, oh, bye. Okay.
nothing's faster on the highway than a minivan.
We just got Ricer flyby by a minivan, but sure. But what's so amazing too is I've been to Germany, I've been on the Autobahn, and I imagine driving this on the Autobahn and being like, it's perfect. Yeah. Like, it fills all your needs. It's laughable how much room there is, how nice the interior is. There's carbon fiber everywhere. Even on the door panels, all the materials are nice. Always love their steering wheel, how it's like, they have just a little bit of suede on it. It's not like the entire wheel, so you don't feel like you're ruining everything, right? Going on my daily commute, and then the turbos just kick in.
And that's what's cool about this car is this is his daily.
Yeah,
he daily drives this car
every day. The paddles feel good, and the transmission's quick to respond. Like, it doesn't feel like it's a gimmick. You know what I mean? It's like you could have a fast wagon, but it could easily be a gimmick. You know, where a brand is like, look, we built this fast wagon, but the trans sucks or something.
Yeah. But no, for an automatic, it does a pretty stellar job.
It does really good. Well, I mean, I almost feel like it makes it even more of a sleeper being an auto. You know what I mean? If it was a stick, it'd be like, okay, there's something going on. It's kind of like those CTSV wagons. Yeah. You know, those were like such a big deal because you had to. Oh, hi.
Oh, it's a good thing that minivan was flying by.
That, and we just had somebody go past us that would not have appreciated what we just did. But since we're in the wagon, he probably never took another look at us. He goes, there's no way that's what made that V8 sound, you know? What would you say is the challenge of doing a car like this for somebody if they were to buy an AMG wagon and they brought it to Eurofed?
Honestly, not that much. Pretty much, a lot of the parts are pretty much plug and play, bolt-ons.
Okay.
Like, cause we didn't build a motor on this.
Sure. Yeah, which is great.
So, pretty much, we'll get the car in and out within a week or two, and you can enjoy 800, 900 horsepower,
whatever it is. Also, I feel like back in the day, this is just my personal opinion. Like, if you were to look at BMWs, Mercedes, Audi, stuff like that, they didn't have as much meat on the bone for tuning as they do now. Yeah. You know, like the RS7, all these cars.
It's ridiculous.
It's cheating.
What we can do.
It really is cheating. I mean, it's like, hey, you buy an RS7 or you buy an AMG wagon, and you're like, all right, let's just do like 4 things, and you're running 10-second quarter miles.
Yeah, it's great. It's like, I think stage 1 on most like Volkswagen Audis are 100 to 100 for just a tune. Like, and that's low.
It just shows how detuned the cars come. You know, they're over-engineered. It's not like they're not cheap cars, but you look at the used market and you're like, wow. You can
get a used E55, a used E63 for like surprisingly cheap.
Which is weird.
Yeah, like you can find a sedan version of this for in the 30s, 40s easily.
That's so crazy.
And then give it another 10, 15 grand and
you're dumb fast.
You're keeping up supercars. It's great.
Which is insane.
This was the last of, before they move it to a hot V, these are actually still on the side.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
So they're mounted like all the way down low like that. Okay. Because I feel like a lot of people are going to that weird setup where it's up high.
It's less lag, but they get super, super hot. Like we've done upgrade turbos on C63s and they get hot really quick.
This thing is so cozy. That's the thing too, is like the seats are incredibly comfortable. And earlier when I was doing the glamour shots with this thing, I was like, where do I move the seat? And I always forget on Mercedes, it's on the door. This is probably the easiest 800 horsepower car I've ever driven. And I don't say that lightly. I've driven frickin' everything by now. But we were kind of joking that this kind of feels like a slam to the ground or low to the ground Trackhawk, but with more power. Because it gives you with a better transmission.
Yes.
There we go. And the Trackhawk transmission is a little rough sometimes, in my opinion. Maybe it's because I got one that was completely brand new and not broken in when I reviewed it, but this one is as smooth as you can imagine. It's easy to drive. Woo! Top of third is cooking.
That never gets old.
You look at this wagon that has a carbon fiber diffuser on it, and you're like, okay, but it sounds very good and healthy and muscle car-ish, but it's not too loud. Like, you're not ruining everybody's day. You don't have a burble tune that's obnoxious on it, you know. It just has one of those things where you get on it, it does the thing, and it works. Instead of, like, that pull right there. If I was in a lot of other cars, it'd be like, everyone would be staring at us.
Yeah,
but
we'll be that guy.
Yeah.
And AMG, you're not that guy.
No, you're not that guy, which is weird. And it shows, like, with motors like this, like my buddy Arnie, for example, who has one of the Cannonball records, right? They had a car very similar to this, but a sedan with an Alpha 7 package on it, I think. And it just shows nobody even looked at him. You know what I mean? Silver car. We have the RS6 here now, the Avant, but that's out of most people's price range. You know, it's absurdly expensive. And I'm wondering how well those are gonna sell here because of their price tag. Yeah. And it's one of those things where it's like, I wonder if these car brands, you're bringing wagons to the United States, again, they're like, see, we told you, like, we don't bring them to the US for this reason, but if you're charging over 100 grand, it's kind of hard to justify.
So far, I think I've been doing a pretty job.
Oh, you're just changing lanes. Just changing lanes, it's fine. There's an IS300 wagon in front of us. I forgot what they're called, like Sport Trek or something like that.
Sport Cross.
There it is.
Sport Cross.
Yeah. Maybe he'll wave. Maybe he'll wave. Wagon? Wagon buddies?
Yeah.
Hi! Well, is there anything else you'd like to add with this car and also Eurofed?
Crap, put me on the spot.
Yeah, you're fine. No, take your time, you're fine.
I don't know, pretty much just check us out on all of our social medias, Instagram, Facebook. If you have a European car and you're trying to take it to the next level of performance, please hit us up. We have a ton of avenues where we can lead you towards performance-wise.
Exactly. Got everything from like a wide-body Porsche to a freaking Mustang. Like everything.
Oh yeah, we work on American, Japanese, those cars too as well. Like I think we've built a few GTRs as well.
Okay, cool.
And actually right now we're in the middle of building a twin turbo R8s. So
Huracan in a different skin.
So that'll be fun once we finish those up.
All right, well, dude, thank you so much for letting me drive this thing. By the way, Eurofed, great people. Make sure to check them out. And at the same time, I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And I'll see you guys next time. And one for the kids. That's not fair. Goodbye, everybody. This video is brought to you by Patterson Car Care. Get double of premium original detail product for half the price. Head over to PattersonCarCare.com or go to the link in the description below.